Yo, it's your boy Hunty from Twisted Gaming. Here we are with a build video. It's been a while. Yes, I am back on the scene. I didn't quit ESO. For those that didn't know, I did go to Afghanistan, but I'm back now. Yeah, we're ready to crack on and bring you guys some more content, ESO content and other game content. But for you ESO lovers, we have a Stamina DK build here for you. Now, this isn't a new Stamina DK build. It isn't a meta Stamina DK build. This is an old school build that people have running since the beginning of time, since these gear sets came out. Okay, but I have been using this setup and it has been working phenomenally. If you check out the build, the video in the description, which was my last video, you'll see some gameplay of this build and it works awesome. It has unlimited sustain, it has insane burst damage. Okay, it pretty much has everything you need from a 2H bow build right now, and it's just beautifully played and it just feels so old school and works really, really well. So let's go into the build. Like I say, you're all going to go in the comments and go, oh, this gear set's been... Yes, it's been run before. Yeah, it's a very common setup, but people wanted to know what build I was running for the video I did previously. So this is the build. Okay, nothing special at all. But let's go straight into it anyway. We're getting into the gear sets. We are running Spriggan's front bar with a poison, any poison you would like. Nirnhone sword. We're running the master bow on the back bar, defending with a weapon damage enchantment. We're running 2 heavy Bloodspawn impen. And we're running Bone Pirate on the body, okay? All impen is what you want on there. Okay, you want a couple of triglyphs on there to help you with the magic pool. You want at least 10k magicka if you can achieve that, because it'll just help with keeping that major mending up. And then on the jewellery, we are running Spriggan's all weapon damage to get that massive amount of damage. Now, on Stam DK, as long as you've got above 1.5 recovery, you should be fine, but we have more than enough on this. We have 1.9, so we go in all in on the weapon damage. As for the stat sheets then, if we just have a quick look at the other bits, we are using a Warrior Wonderstone, again, to boost that weapon damage up, and going to increase our heals. The more weapon damage we have, the better heals we've got. We're using Dubra's Cannon Throne. Okay, there is other better food at the moment, but I'm running cheap because I'm skint and I've just come back. And I am an orc, okay? Another reason, I'm just going all out weapon damage, big burst damage. Orc is all damage, but it also has insane healing because you have so much weapon damage. Okay, so let's go into... well, we've done the gear sets. Let's go into the champion points real quick. Splash the champion points. Again, my champion points are nothing special, but it is what's working for me right now. If you do have your own personal preference, then please use it. If you want to implement a little bit of my CP into your CP tree, then you're more than welcome. Okay, as you can see there, CP, nothing special there, just nice steady setup. So we've done gear, we've done CP. I feel like I'm missing something. I'm definitely missing something on our skills. There we go. Right, back bar, we are running Fragmented Shield. Okay, this is going to give our major mending. You want to try and keep up as much uptime on this and the Vigor uptime. Keep this and Vigor working together and you will have real strong healing. We're running Shuffle. Now, you don't need to use Elude for the movement speed because you are running Bow on the back bar, which will give you the Hasty Retreat passive, which is the last passive in Bow. Okay, so you do not need Elude, so Shuffle is better for removing the snares. Resolving Vigor, this is going to be obviously our heal over time, but it's only a 4-second heal over time, but it is a really strong heal and is a must. We're using Hardened Armor. Okay, this is going to be our buff and increase our resistances. Poison Injection. Now, I'm using Poison Injection. I just haven't morphed it, but I would recommend using Venom. Venom Shot at the moment. I think it's Venom Shot or Venom Injection or whatever it's called. The other morph for this. As it is causing the interrupt and it is really strong this patch. I just haven't. We're using this ability because it procs our Master Bow on the back bar because it procs poison damage. Therefore, it gives us an extra 300 weapon damage. Temporal Guard. Now, you don't have to run this. You can run, you know, the Bow ulti. You can also run magma shell, corrosive armor, whatever you want to run. Okay, Temple God I do recommend because it does give you that 8% reduced damage, okay, which is a huge amount of damage reduction, and I do highly recommend just slotting it. I very, very, very rarely use it unless I'm out in the open and I want to jump off something and revert back up to the top of the hill and watch them all jump off and just have a little laugh at them. But I very rarely use this. I'm only using this for the 8% damage reduction. Front bar, we're using Camo Hunter. Okay, we're using Camo. While slotted, you gain Major Savagery, increasing your weapon critical rating. You also gain Minor Berserk for 5 seconds after you deal critical damage from an enemy flank, increasing your damage done by 8%. Okay, so this is when you're doing your light, medium, any attack you do from the side behind the enemy. You'll be very surprised. This procs all the time. This is always up. You're always hitting enemies from the side. So this is 100% worth keeping on and gives you that extra damage. Okay, go for Noxious Breath. This is going to apply the Major Fracture, reducing the enemy's physical resistance by 5,280. And also nice little dot, adds a little bit of pressure as well. Rally, this is going to be our Burst Heal. Executioner, this is the reason I've gone for Executioner is I've just gone huge on single target damage here because I feel in the current meta at the moment a lot of people are surviving really well without actually being that skillful. No digs at Zerglings, but basically I find it easier and more effective to just target one person at a time now when I'm solo, other than trying to get burst damage on 3-4 people because it just doesn't seem to happen anymore. So I just go big damage solo target, and the extra damage you get from Executioner compared to Reverse Slice is actually quite huge. Dizzying Swing, okay, this is going to be our main DPS, and also it's a form of CC. Now they did change this, so if you knock the target off balance, which you do when you land a Dizzying Swing, the second Dizzying Swing will actually stun them. Okay, so nice little change there. Take Flight is going to be our ultimate. Now they did put a cast. No, they didn't put it. They were going to put a cast time on this, I think, but it's instant. But Take Flight, absolutely, it's performing really, really well for me. This patch, it's hitting like a truck, and it's been really nice, really effective, and I've been really enjoying this ultimate. Still my favorite ultimate on the game by far, visually and everything. It's just a beautiful little skill. And like I say, it's hitting so hard. You'll see in the video I put up previously to this, I hit a 20k leap and it was just like, it just insta wipes people. It's beautiful. And that is the skills. Again, the skills are personal preference. This is what works for me. If you don't like it, you could more than welcome to run your own skills and abilities. It's, you know, living the dream. I am using tripods because it helps with the magic sustain. Again, helps with healing, keeping that major mending up with the resolving vigor. Them two work hand in hand really well, and it just adds a huge amount of survivability. Okay, let's have a look at the stats on the back bar. Okay, back bar stats. As you'll see, as an orc, we are running 25.6k spell resistance. Okay. The reason I'm running a little bit more spell resistance is because range sorks and mag blades, when they're hitting you from range when you're trying to kite and get away and whatnot, I feel like having that extra spell resistance is definitely worth it. We got decent amount of crit resist there. We got 3.1, which is a nice bit of crit resist. What is, I wouldn't say low. This is a medium armor build, so it's not too bad. But we do have just shy of 23k physical resistance. So if you do have a Stam blade on you, please just try and be as agile as you can. Try and dodge through the majority of the attacks because you know, your physical resistance isn't that high on this, so you can get burst. Just bear that in mind. It is a 2H bow build, so you are supposed to be agile, getting plenty of dodge rolls in there, and moving really quick. So trying to evade damage via that is also one of the methods. So let's have a look at the front bar stats. So front bar stats, we have 40k max stam, which is a real good stamina pool, with a pot. Okay, this is all without continuous and whatnot. We have 2k recovery. We have 4.5 weapon damage, then you have the master bow on top of that. Also, you have the light attack enchantment on top of that. And then if you go and get a continuous, when you get a continuous, it works out that you've got 5.6 weapon damage, and it's just absolutely nuts. Okay, so with that type of recovery and 5.6 weapon damage with 40k max stam, you know, you're looking at some really, really big damage. Now let's have a look at the vigor tooltip, because I know a lot of people want to look at the vigor tooltip, stuff like that. So the Vigor tooltip, then we're looking at 22.6. When you get a continuous, obviously a lot more than that. With the major mending, we're looking at a 26.9. So we're looking at nearly 27k Vigor tooltip there, and that's without the, you can do a light attack. All your weapon damage buffs. Okay, so light attack, continuous, all that sort of stuff will give you boosting and healing. Okay, so the more weapon damage you've got will give you greater heals. So that is the build, guys. Like I say, it's nothing special. People have been running this setup for years, but I've just put it out there because people wanted to know what I was running. This is an old school build, and it works still really well. The gear is really easy to get hold of. And I know a lot of you guys and girls will have this in the bank. So if you fancy playing a bit of 2H and bow Stam DK, you can just whack the gear on and go. I've proofread it. It works. Again, thanks for all the people that stayed sub to the channel. You're absolute legends. I know I've been away for a while. And if you're new to the channel, please like and subscribe to the channel. More content will be coming out. And yeah, peace out. Thank you very much for all the support.